Because clearly the people that are moving into these areas, that want to burn things down and grow things, and someone who gets in the way of this is getting the way of their financial success.
Yeah. In the case of gold mining, there's a picture in there, Jamie. I think it just says gold mining. I went down there with Matt Gutman, and we did a thing where we got into the gold mining areas, where that's a whole other thing, where they're clear cutting the rainforest for gold mining. That's like this. That's the Western Amazon.
Wow. So they just gutted it.
There is a sandstorm behind me in that picture, and that's the Amazon rainforest, and there's a desert there now.
Wow.
You can see it from space.
Wow.
And so, yeah, you go there. There's like sort of this machine gun limit where, you drive towards this area, and then they have guards. And inside there, they have there's that big hose going out. They have to cut the forest, burn the forest, suck up the land, and then the gold comes in the sediment, in the sand. And so they have to use mercury to bind the gold out of the sand, and then they burn that off, which then is going into the atmosphere and raining back down. I mean, this is horrendous. Oh. And the police can't stop it because you have to go in there with like the military. The police will just get killed if they go over there.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we got in there this one day with some Russian gold miners. It was very strange, and actually,
you got in there to investigate.
We got in there. We went in there with Matt Gutman's crew, and we actually filmed in the gold mining areas, which no one does. And while we were in there, one of the Russian gold miners was like, "Hey man, listen." He goes, "You're that guy with the Instagram, right?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he goes, "You see those guys over there?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "They just said your name." And I was like,
ooh.
Oh. And then, like a week later, those guys pulled up. And it was annoying because the guy like acted like he had a gun, but he didn't show me. And he was like, "Hey, no more posts about gold mining." And I was like, the gold miners follow me on social media. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, but no, that area is dangerous.
That had to be terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, for a second I was like, is it happening?
Right.
Because the way they pulled up, I was like walking on the street, and they cut me off, and they were like, "Hey, Paul Rosolie," and I was like, "Oh." And our lawyer, or the guy that used to be the lawyer for Jungle Keepers, his father was very vocal locally about the gold miners and standing up to them, and they just whacked him, just that easy.